to just, meet his heroes and, play against them and win, and just sweep Jonas like later, dude.
When did you realize that he had the potential to win it?
I mean, probably when he was playing Corian. I root for Corian all the time because he travels from Japan, and he's always getting close to the end. I know he's dealing with jet lag and all that, so I root for
Yeah.
Corian. He's the first kind of hyper tapper in the tournament, so it was a good battle to see him versus Joseph for sure. And yeah, definitely was thought Corian was gonna you know take that one because Corian had the tournament experience and stuff like that. So it was really good to see Joseph be able to beat his master or his sensei or whatever, guru or whatever you want to call it.
Oh man, and then a year later they met in the finals.
Right, yeah. And then they had a blast with it, that whole push down thing.
That was so amazing. Oh man, I didn't watch it live on Twitch. I was subscribed to the YouTube channel and I saw that the videos were uploaded. The finals was about to premiere at 1 a.m. local time, 1 a.m. here in the Netherlands. And I had to go to work. I had to go to work a day later, and my alarm was set at 6:30 or 7 a.m. I don't even know. But I said to my wife, F it, I'm going to watch that finals. I need to find out who wins CTWC 2019. And that match, I mean, the same stacking, pushing down, laughing, having fun. It was such a fun final.
Yeah, it was great to see like the difference in Joseph from like maybe being nervous or just like not knowing what to do in 18 when he was, you could see he was like laser focused, and then in 19 he was like having fun up there, and able to
Yeah.
like, he upped his game over the course of that year, I'm sure, so that just the one push down point in Corian, and then them just having a great relationship with your opponent is just without being able to speak necessarily the same language. I mean, Corian is able to speak English, but there's definitely a barrier. But we all speak the same Tetris language, so it's just
Indeed,
a
yeah.
respect for one another. And yeah, that one was so fun to be part of live in person, and because it was in that room by itself. It was like the crowd was like interacting with them while they were playing, which hasn't really happened before, where you would see like you know like James Chen and Chris Tang would say something, and then Joseph would respond to it.
Yeah.
With like the
How
little thinking thing that he did.
how many people fitted in that room?
I don't know. It was probably like it was jam packed. I mean, I had to leave once or twice to go get something, and I could barely get in. Again, I had to like push people and stuff to get back to where I was. So it was more people wanted to come in, but we're like, I can't go in there. No room for me. But yeah, it was jam packed. I would say 500. I don't know how to
Cool.
estimate that, but it was packed. We need a turnstile next year, one of those things they have at the, concerts or whatever, You go in and you have to spin the little thing, and it counts for you.
Yeah. So you can brag about it online. So many people have watched Tetris.
Yeah.
or do it like WWE, just made up a number.
There's 10 million people.
Exactly, 10 million people watch that Twitch.
Just include all the online views into like pretend they were there, yeah.
And then came last year, CTWC 2020. Yeah, before we knew it, we were in the pandemic. Looking back now, are you happy with how everything went last year?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was stressful to obviously change the whole format and figure out a new way to get things done. And some things didn't work properly. Like registration had some hiccups where some certain people was you debiting their money and not accepting it on our end or something like that. So it was just a lot of work to just make sure everyone got their money back and fix it, and learn from the experience, because you're doing all these things for the first time, sort of say, or like making a new style.
When the announcement was made last year and you did the interviews with both Game Scout and myself,
Mhm.
Did you have a 100% clear picture of how everything was supposed to go? Or were you still trying to figure out those details?
I don't remember the exact moment, but I'm sure there was things still being figured out. Like, like for example, last year, the qualifying week, right? There was no plan to do anything for that. There was no plan to do like the Friday night uh, showcase of whatever talent, with Jaws, Uncle Mike, and myself. But yeah, so I was just sitting around watching during the qualifying day what was going on. I was like, you know what? I had all the 4 people streams up, and I was like, I'm just gonna put all this together in one stream and throw it on the CTWC channel, and then it kind of just became something where everyone was really enjoying being there and watching everyone play because everyone was
Ye-
bouncing around the other streams like I was to see what was
Yeah.
going on. And then so I did that, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this every day for 24 hours. So like
Chris Forward's good.
Chris Forrest definitely could. The guy doesn't sleep. I don't know what his deal is. He's part robot. I don't know, but like he stepped up to do the late night shift, and then Van Dweller, Keith did a bunch of the other ones. I think it was just the 3 of us, and I think we covered most of the time. Like Keith was taking the day, into the early afternoon, and I was doing the afternoon to night at some point, and it was just kind of like whatever goes. At bring random people in to talk about it. It was nice to see like Sharky jumped in, Joseph jumped in, Keith would jump, Kingsman, Bidwell would jump in. Everyone would just come around and show up and talk to the chat and talk about what was going on. It was just very exciting to see all the max outs, and like people playing.
Yeah.
So definitely now it's definitely like a part of the plan of the show this year. So
I have to showcase up immediately from the start.
yeah, I think I started it on like Tuesday last year. I think I missed Monday because there was only a couple people on Monday, but yeah, definitely have it up the majority of time.
I was qualifying on a Tuesday. I was the first up on Tuesday. Was pretty early Pacific time. And a half a day later, there was a showcase on Classic Tetris, and I'm like, okay, fine.
No, you didn't know? I just pulled it in.
Yeah,
You're like, oh, people were watching me. Yeah, I guess I don't know if that's like more intimidating or not for a player. But
I didn't read my chats. I had the viewers count. I had that turned off, so I could fully focus on my Tetris play. And yeah, 295K was a great score for me. That
you killed it, man. So now this year you're gonna max out. So
I'll go for 500K. That's my goal. Les, you also were in post production of your The Palindromist documentary. Was it difficult to work on both projects at the same time?
It was, yeah. I mean, both those projects kind of came to like a head at the same moment. Luckily, I was, I did all the animations, which was like the hardest part of the post production of that film, and I finished that, a month or two before the tournament, the CTWC started. So other than that, it was just kind of like signing a deal, getting the deal made, and then the little things at the end aren't as difficult to say, editing or finishing off that. So it was done in time to be able to relax for CTWC, and nice to finish 2 things at the same time.
What were the biggest challenges that the team had to overcome during CTWC 2020?
I mean, it's just we're lucky enough where there's this great community, right? And this whole online community with the different streamers that are already out there, CTM, CG, CTL, the friendlies and all that. And just a community of people that want to help and are willing to help and have